Okay, to turn on your computer, put in the password collegebound. Once you log in, you will see this screen, and these are the two programs here on the left that you will need to open up. Tracker is the program that helps you track the motion of an object, while Firefox is just like Chrome, it's just a web browser. When you click on these, when the program's open, you will see these two items pop up on the bottom. These will help you go from one screen to the other screen. So if you need Firefox, you can click here. When you need Tracker, you need to click here. Once you get to Firefox, you will need it to actually open up the video that you will record later. So for now, we're going to click on Tracker to familiarize ourselves with what the Tracker program does. So once you open up Tracker, you will see this screen. And the first thing we're going to do is to open up a video file, which we can click on this Open item, or we can go to Video and click on Import. So I can just click on this item right here. And so what you will see is you're going to see an item pop up. And for you will actually see this item with the Downloads folder open. For mine, it just says videos, but for yours, it's going to say downloads. Once you open that up, you will see this video already downloaded into the file, which then you're just going to open it. And when you open it, you will see this video. And just to make sure that you have the same video, I'm going to play this. It is just me throwing a calculator across the table. The first thing you need to do in order to do this is to actually set a starting point and an ending point to the video. So notice here, these two black arrows, one in the front, one in the end, that's telling the computer where the video starts and where the video ends. Now, of course, you might have gotten really good at starting a video when the object moves and ending the video right when it stops. But for example, for me, if you watch the video here, the object actually stops and the video keeps playing. So what I want to do is come to the point where the object actually just barely stops to move. So for example, here it's still moving, still moving, still moving, and then it stops to move. That's where I actually want the end of my video to be. I don't need the computer to look all the way over here. So I can right click onto this and I will see set start and set end frame. And what I want here is, since I want this to be the end of my video, I can click set end frame. And you will see that this black arrow has now moved over here, telling the computer that's where you want to end. You might have to do that for the start of your video as well, but for me, my calculator starts to move right when the video starts to play. So I don't have to actually set the start frame. And this is already good. Once you have that, the next thing we have to do is tell the computer what the directions and what the axes are. So in order to create axes, you're going to click this axis button, and you can see this button has a Y and an X axis. So when you click on it, you will see that there's an axis that pops up. I'm going to drag this axis where the origin is at wherever my object first starts to move, which is right over here. So from here, I need to tell the computer how big everything is. Because right now, without knowing how long this table is, the computer has no idea how fast my calculator is moving. So I actually have to create a ruler, which is right over here. When you click on it, you will see New Calibration Stick. And so once you click that, this blue object will show up. What you're going to do is you're going to drag it to the length of your meter stick. Hopefully that's in your video. Now, if you didn't include a meter stick in your video, that's okay. Maybe you know how long this object is, and you can measure that. But whatever it is, you're going to make it the length of that, and then you're going to tell the computer how long that is. So for example, right here, it says the length is 100 meters, which is definitely not true. I want to actually set that to my meter stick is 1 meter. And understand that this is automatically assumed to be meters. So if you have a feet, that's going to be completely different. Once I have that, I can now tell the computer to track my calculator, because right now the computer doesn't know which object is the thing that it wants to look at. To track the calculator, I'm going to create a point mass. And once you do that, you will see this point mass come up. And now we are ready to create an auto tracker to tell the computer to track this mass. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to click this this is the auto tracker symbol. And when I click that, you'll see this thing pop up. And so there's already some directions right here. It says to create a new keyframe, Shift, Control, click the video feature of interest. So what that means is you're going to press on your keyboard, Shift, Control, and then you're going to click on the video of what you actually want to track. So for example, here I want to track the calculator. So I actually want to find something on the calculator that I know the computer can see. So I'm going to, on my keyboard, press Shift, Control, and then when I do that, I will see this thing pop up, and whatever I click is whatever the computer is going to track. So I'm going to click on this white part, which is just the keys of all the calculator keys. And then so now, if you look at the auto tracker, it now knows where to track. And so once you do that, you can click search so that the computer can start tracking it. And once you do that, you can see that the computer actually tracks every single point that the calculator is moving until you have set the end frame. So then now I can put this away by hitting this button again to hide it. And you can see that I already have a graph here of the X, which is on this X-axis, which is where it is on this number line. And then you have over here on the X-axis the T, which stands for time. And you can see the video has only gone for a little bit more than 1 second. And your video doesn't have to be much longer than that. But I only have one graph. I only have a position, my position on this number line. I have my position and I have my time. So this is a position time graph. I need two graphs. I need the position time and the velocity time. So I need to click on this plot, and I need to click on 2. So you can see now that I have two graphs. However, this graph is time, but this is actually not the velocity that I want. This is y, as in how far is it going up and down on this number line. Now, I don't care how fast it's going up here, because it's mostly just going this way. Now, of course, if you look here, this object has moved up a little bit on the y-axis, but I don't really care about that. So I need to click on this y, and you'll see a bunch of different options, and so you're going to choose the one that you want. So here it says the velocity. I have velocity x component, velocity y component, velocity magnitude. What I want is velocity in the x component, meaning velocity on this axis. So I'm going to click on velocity x. If your object moves up and down, then you will want to have velocity y. But since mine is going side to side, I'm going to click on velocity x. So then from there, you can see that everything is under the x-axis, and that's because my object is moving to the left. You will see here as well, everything is moving down into the negative because my object started here on the 0 and actually moved to the left as well. You can also click this button to zoom, to open this up a little bit, to make it a little bit bigger. But you may see that this might be a better shape for you to draw, or this might be an easier way for you to draw. When you are drawing this on your paper and on your poster, you don't have to worry about every single little thing here. You can just draw the trend line, which is labeled for you in black. That's it.